Hibiscus syriacus is the rose of Sharon, also called shrub Althea. This is a dense shrub, very upright in form. It can also be pruned into a small tree form with a single trunk, and then the top of the canopy would look exactly like this. Grows 12 to 15 feet high, about 8 feet wide. Needs to be in the sun, really, to stay dense and to flower well. Kind of a medium texture. The leaves are simple and alternate. 2 to 4 inches long. 4 inches is probably the max you would see. You usually see more around like a 2-inch. The leaves have no teeth really close down here by the petiole, but then they're sort of coarsely toothed, and sometimes the cuts start to separate the leaf into what appears to be 3 lobes. No real fall color to speak of. It gets a little bit of a yellowish green and then falls off. The real ornamental value to this plant is its long blooming season in the summer and its toughness. It tolerates a lot of soils, different kinds of soils, tolerates heat, very drought tolerant as well. The stem, as I mentioned, it's very upright, so it's a very kind of a strict stem. It has sort of a greenish color when it first comes out and then matures to this sort of brownish color later in the growing season. The flowering is on new growth, so it's called indeterminate growth when the plant keeps on flowering on new growth, because it doesn't stop at a particular spot and bloom at the end. It blooms along the lateral sides of the branches. The flowers on a single petal variety, the species, a 5-petal flower with a darker center and then this whitish stamen structure. There are also some double flowering varieties, which are just more petals. And the cultivars are really for flower color and for flower type, whether it's single or double. They can be white, red, kind of almost a purplish, bluish purple, single or double, and blooming consistently through the growing season until mid-fall when there's a frost. The fruit is just this sort of dry capsule, not showy. It eventually just falls off. The plant actually can be kind of a litter problem if you have it by pavement, where this blooms so profusely and constantly dropping the old flowers because they don't stay on very long. So it actually could be a bit of a litter problem. So I wouldn't put it by pavement or a pool, but in a planting bed where it can fall, the flowers can fall just on the ground would be a perfect spot.